Hello, Scream Demons, and welcome to the Screams from the Basement podcast.
This is the scariest horror podcast on this side of the Black Lagoon. Screams from the Basement discusses the best double features the genre has to offer.
We also interview the industry's finest that make our screams become icicles. I am one of your creepy co-hosts. I am Casey.
And I'm Sam the Damned, and let's get screaming on this incredibly special episode.
Incredibly special, ice cold episode. You could say it's frozen in many ways. It's a chiller. It's a chiller. It's a chiller thriller. It's a chiller double feature. So we're talking 1989's Iced and 2010's Frozen.
Yeah. So, the story behind this episode is that we just did a double feature at the state. Casey and I programmed a ski slope horror double feature where we played both of these movies in the opposite order of which we will be discussing them tonight because you cannot play Frozen after something like Iced. You have to play Iced after something like Frozen.
Yeah, so anyone who listens along with the show and watches the double features with us, please, if you were not at the state theater screening, please watch Frozen and then Iced. That's the only way to do this ski slope double feature.
Yeah. Watch them in the opposite order of what we will be discussing them tonight. Yeah.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this one. This is a fun one because this is again, I think we have pretty good themed double features on this show, but just this one's kind of an outside of the box one of like, let's just do two horror movies that take place at a ski resort.
Yeah.
And they couldn't be further apart from each other.
They could not.
Without still being in the horror genre. So tonight's movies, Iced and Frozen. Sam, should we maybe just jump into Iced first? We're going in chronological order. Should we jump into whatever Iced is?
Yes.
So Iced, if you don't know, this was Sam's pick, Sam's half of the double feature, if you will. This is a 1989 slasher film directed by Jeff Whitney, written by Joseph Allen Johnson, starring Dan Smith as Jeff, the killer. Joseph Allen Johnson is also one of the cast members. He plays Jason Bourne's cousin, Alex Bourne, Deborah DeLiso as Trina, and Wednesday Addams herself, Jenna Ortega, or Lisa Loring as Jeanette. Sam, what is Iced?
So Iced is about this sad sack Jeff who goes to a ski slope with his friends who really aren't that mean to him, but he loses a ski slope. He loses a ski race. He finds out that his woman has been cheating on him, kind of.
No, she's been arm wrestling with another guy.
And so he goes skiing in the dead of night, and he goes off a cliff and lands on a rock, and he dies. And then there's a time jump, and then 5 years later, his friends go back to a ski resort. 4 years later, that's right, 4 years later, his friends go back to a ski resort, and they're mysteriously killed off by someone in Jeff's ski suit with broken ski goggles. And they have lots of sex. There's so much sex in this movie. It's... a
lot of nudity. Male and female. It's an equal opportunity nude movie.
It really is. It really is. You don't see dong. That's my only... It's my only
quip. Hints of dong.
You do get hints of dong, though.
And you might see like a left testicle or something.
Yeah.
Iced. This was so much fun. So this was the second movie in our double feature at the State Theater. Crowd was amped up, ready for this. Just so you know, the Blu-ray for this is through Vinegar Syndrome, correct?
Yeah. It's a Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, but it's like one of their like sub labels or whatever. It's an imprint of Vinegar Syndrome. Okay. Yeah.
But this movie is just ripped from the VHS of Iced. So no matter what version you watch of this, if you find it anywhere on streaming, which I don't know if it is, but if you find a version on YouTube,
on Shudder, at least in the US.
Oh yeah, it is on Shudder because Joe Bob just played it.
Yes.
So yeah, if you watch it on Shudder, there's a YouTube rip. If you buy the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, just so you know, it's gonna look like shit no matter
Yeah.
what version you watch it on.
The Blu I own the Blu-ray and the Blu-ray looks terrible. The same that it did at the State, which, was off of the Blu-ray. The Shutter is the remastered version but that's on the Blu-ray, but again, it's remastered from a VHS tape.
Yeah.
It's remastered from a video print. It looks like hell.
And it's not bad enough that you can't watch this movie, though. Just,
no.
You've seen other movies on this type of quality. Just know that there's not a, HD version of Iced out there.
Just know that if you watch the YouTube rip, you're getting the same quality as the Blu-ray.
But the crowd ate this movie up. I ate this movie up. I knew nothing about it until doing research when I realized I had seen parts of Iced before through Red Letter Media's Best of the Worst, did a Christmas episode with Macaulay Culkin, and they watched Iced as one of their movies. The Mac liked it, so you're in good company there, Sam.
So I mean, look, I have a history with this movie already. I discovered it less than a year ago. I wrote a Patreon review of it when I first watched it because I'm like, people need to see this. It's on our Patreon still, so you can go read that. I've watched this movie 3 times now in the course of less than a year. I can't get enough of it. It astounds me how bad it is. But in the most fun, bonkers way possible. I can't believe Steven let us play this at the State. I'm so glad he did. And people, look, there were all over the place star reviews of this. I don't think we got any 5 stars. I'm not even that crazy. I gave this a solid, well, we'll get to it. But but the thing that warmed my heart was no matter what you rated this movie, the crowd was into it. People stopped at our table afterwards to talk to us about this movie, and that is always the sign that we killed it programming a late night.
Everyone was into both of these movies. I think they were giving the right reactions to both movies. Because, like we said, Frozen is not anything like Iced. And the crowd was giving the right reactions during the right times for that. Same with Iced. I think everybody knew they were in for a good time with this movie pretty much right away. I mean, the movie opens with Jeff on top of the hill, and it's just like a huge musical sting as he's silhouetted on top of the hill. It's so good.
With a bunch of dry ice fog around.
Yeah. This was so much fun. This movie is a blast and a half. If I had to compare it to any other movie, I've been calling it the Room of slasher movies. And I do think that's appropriate. It's another movie where everything is incompetent about this movie. Everything.
Yes.
From the directing, the acting, the cinematography, the lighting, how the movie's edited. It's all incoherent and, by all accounts, horrible. But that makes it all the more entertaining because all the wrong decisions were made while making this movie. That's the same with The Room. That was just a series of the wrong decisions being made into a cult classic. I think the same can be said about Iced, where all the wrong decisions are made, but in the right way.
Yeah.
And not intentionally bad. It's just that's how the cookie crumbled on this.
They genuinely thought they had something with this movie. And that's what makes it fucking hilarious.
I think they were going for a fun, thrilling slasher movie, for sure.
Yeah. And, I mean, it is fun. I don't know if I'd call it thrilling. But
no.
I don't know. There's something so go for broke about this movie that has no budget. The ski race between Jeff and his buddy that starts this movie is
quote
so
unquote
low
race.
budget.
They're going so slow down the hill.
They're going so slow.
Yeah, the movie is set. Both of these movies, actually, I think there's 2 big things that they do have in common. Both were shot in Utah, so that's something.
Oh.
Maybe at the same ski resort, for all we know. Maybe Adam Green saw Iced and was like, "That's the ski resort." No, both were shot in Utah. and both have vibes of like 80s ski resort comedies in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
the setup to this movie is we race downhill for the girl. And that
Yep.
was like the plot of every single 80s ski resort movie was you have
Yeah.
to beat the douchey frat boy to get the girl in the end.
Yep. 100%. It
And
is.
in this one, like, is Jeff the douchey frat boy? Because he's awful. Like, I
I don't
get
know
why
what
no
Jeff
one
is.
likes this guy.
But they do. That's the thing.
I
Like,
don't think they like
so
him.
many of these people like try to like cheer him up, and he's just.
That's what I'm saying. They're all being nice to him and like trying to be friends with him. Even so in the race, Jeff biffs it to he's racing. Is it Corey?
I think so. I don't know anybody's name in this.
I don't know. He's racing the other boyfriend down the hill. And even like their skis cross and Jeff takes a tumble and boyfriend wins the race. And he even checks on Jeff afterwards. Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And Jeff is like throwing a hissy fit and being a dickhead, like a sore loser about this.
You know what?
Like, Jeff
you know
is
what
an
this
awful
opening
person.
reminds me of? Have you ever seen the movie Meet the Robinsons? The Disney animated
A
one?
long time ago, yeah.
Where the bowler hat guy turns out to be the kid's childhood best friend, and he thinks everybody hates him, but they're all just like he's like telling his tragic backstory, and everybody's going, "Hi, Goob, how you doing, Goob?" And he's just walking past them like all emo, and he's like, and the voiceover goes, "They all hated me." That's Jeff in this opening.
Yeah, Jeff's a dickhead. He deserves
You fuckers.
You fuckers. I had to write that line down. One of the great line deliveries of all. Jeff is on par with what's his name from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Oh my god, with Garbage Day.
Garbage Day.
With
yeah,
Garbage Day Boy.
And you fuckers need to be on the same. Garbage Day, you fuckers, and Oh My God from Troll 2 are like peak so bad it's good lines in movies.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff finds... So, like, he sulks, like, in his own booze. He's, like, totally drunk. Maybe he's just a drunk asshole. I think that might be part of it, too. But he hears his now ex-girlfriend, ? And the dude next door, Bedrock, in the room next door. They're just arm wrestling until they aren't. Until they're, like, just straight up fucking on screen.
Yeah, but they don't do that until he already decides to go, like, ski on the slopes, and the guy goes, well, maybe we should just do what he already thinks we're doing.
Yeah.
And then they fuck.
I think they
after
actually
Jeff
are,
tries
too,
to stab them with a ski pole.
And, like, just, like, yeah, is a total dick to some random guy as he's sulking off to the mountain.
Yeah.
He just pushes another guy. Like, dick.
Yeah. Everybody at that ski resort is trying really hard to just be like, hey, Jeff, don't take it so hard. Let's go to my room for a drink. Or, hey, Jeff, let's go do something.
Yeah, like shoves the dude in the hallway, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's an asshole.
Jeff is an asshole.
And falls off, like, the smallest hill ever. Crushes his ribs, apparently, or impales himself on the rock.
He just, like, rolls over on his back. And it cuts to black, and then it opens
4
up
years
again.
later.
4 years later. So yeah,
4 years later, all these friends are brought back to. It's the same resort, right? The same.
I don't know if it's the same resort.
Not.
It's at least in the same vicinity. Like,
okay, in the same vicinity, they're invited by
Alex Bourne.
That's
the one name I remember.
Jason Bourne's dad, Alex Bourne. Joseph Allen Johnson, who plays Alex Bourne, like I said, is also the screenwriter for this movie.
Yeah.
He worked alongside Deborah DeLiso on Slumber Party Massacre, which I think is where the germ of this idea started, was those two acting together in Slumber Party Massacre, and how she kind of got on board to be on this project. The only like quote I could see of anyone talking about this movie from the cast was from her, and she's like, yeah, this didn't turn out like his script originally was going to be.
I mean, I don't know what his script originally was going to be because he writes the. I mean, here's the thing. We're gonna spoil this movie. Like,
It's
Alex
him. He's
is
the
the
killer.
killer.
Alex is
Like,
the
and
killer.
it's pretty obvious from the get-go, if we're being honest. But he gives himself the stupidest motive that I've ever seen in a slasher, and that is saying something because there are some really bad motives.
It's the worst motives. So the motive is, we're gonna kind of just jump around and we'll jump back into the middle of it. But his motive is that he was friends with Jeff on that
Yep.
fateful night 4 years ago, and Jeff and him had a conversation at one point that night, and Alex was the one that found Jeff's body up on the hill.
Yes. And when he
And
went
now,
to rescue Jeff, he fell and he broke his leg so bad that it had to be amputated. And
and he,
it cost him his chance at being a world-class skier.
a guy we never see in this entire ski movie. His career was jeopardized because he had to check on his friend, apparently, because his friend's girlfriend was arm wrestling with a different guy. How did nobody else know who Alex was?
Because Jeff talked to him in a dark corner of a bar at a certain camera angle where we just couldn't see him, you know?
But like, they never met him before. They're like, hey, there's Jeff's friend Alex. Like, he was there on the mountain with them that night. Like,
Nope.
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 Questions not answered by this movie. This movie doesn't care to do that.
No. We should talk about the first kill of this movie.
Yeah. A guy who
It's
just
so goddamn
turns into
funny.
a pair
It's
of
the
pants.
guy with the mustache. Yeah.
Yeah. Gets run over by a snowplow or a front loader or whatever.
A snowplow that's moving at like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's
And
the
he has
Austin Power. It's the Austin Power steamroller scene.
Yes. And he has a car he could get into to save himself.
He could. Those things don't drive very fast, like you said. Like, he could
No.
step 10 steps to the left or right and not get run over.
Yeah.
Or maybe he tried to, because he ends up under the tires. He doesn't get hit by the front loader part. He gets ran over, turns into a pair of pants and a pile of blood. And he's gone. He's out of the movie, apparently.
Yep. And Lisa Loring's super broken up about it.
Yep.
Because he just...
Yeah. That was, Wednesday's...
That was her boyfriend.
boyfriend until she hears Alex's voice on the phone. It's like, that guy sounds hot. I want to fuck him.
Yeah. They have a conversation on a shag carpet in front of a fire that seems like it'd be an intimate, private moment. And then the next shot is a wide shot of the whole room, and everyone in the friend group is sitting around.
Also, when they're having, so when Alex the killer and Wednesday Addams are having this deep, intimate conversation, start making out with each other on this bearskin rug, he's also like fantasizing about having sex with her in a bathtub.
Yes.
At the same time.
He's really horny.
Why doesn't he then?
Because he has to stay. He can't show her his prosthetic leg, Casey. Then she'll obviously know he's the killer. I don't know.
But that's never brought up until his monologue. Also, during this point, there's a point where the phone starts ringing at this cabin that they're all staying at, and Jeanette, Wednesday Addams, picks up the phone, and it says like, "I'm here with Jeff."
Yeah.
And it's like, who's on the other line? Because Alex is right in the shot behind her.
Yeah.
Like, who is that?
You don't know. It doesn't matter.
There's another killer out there.
It doesn't
Maybe
matter.
Jeff is still out there.
Yeah, the other killer shows up 5 years later.
Oh, so the guy that was on the phone is the guy that's somehow in the snowman later on.
In the snowman at the...
I mean, that would make more sense than what this movie presents.
Yeah, no, it's pretty nonsense. One
of my favorite characters though is the cokehead guy with his shitty ponytail.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Does the biggest line of blow I've ever seen in a movie off a giant ass mirror, and it's so funny. and has like weird coked out dreams whenever we're with him. They don't amount to anything. They just happen.
Yep.
But he just has weird coked out dreams.
He gets 2 bear traps to the legs and he gets left outside and freezes to death.
Apparently. The wolves get him.
The wolves get him. Yeah, also, I'm pretty sure he's the one that has the line that's like, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, what does he say? What does he say? "I'm showering and then crashing. What's for dinner?"
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do from now on when I get home.
I'm showering and then crashing. What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? Also, doesn't he try to sexually assault Wednesday Addams?
Yeah, it's unclear if he actually does because it cuts away before anything happens.
Yeah,
and
it
then
cuts
she just
to
decides
him like
to get naked in the hot tub.
Yeah, so he like tries to come on to her. He's coked out of his mind. He's drunk.
I mean, he's also pretty just like obnoxiously assaultive, like with everybody. Like he like his greeting to everybody is to hump them, and even the guys. Like even the guys, he's kind of like, oh.
I think him and the guys were doing stuff on that mountain.
Yeah,
Brokeback 100%. Yeah. But yeah, like I hope it was consensual because what he does with Jeanette was not. He just like climbs on her and is like basically like, if this Alex guy won't do something with you, I will. But then it like cuts away to her getting in the hot tub and him sitting in that chair.
Yes,
and
fully
like,
clothed and
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
What?
We're jumping all over the place in this movie, y'all, and it's because it's just an insane movie that, like...
You can't go in chronological order, because there is not a chronological order for this movie.
No, it makes no sense. There's just a series of random sex scenes and kills, and then the movie ends.
Yeah. Wednesday Addams' death is pretty fun. She gets completely nude, climbs in the hot tub. He, like, throws, like, a heater in it, and it, like, electrocutes her to death.
Space heater, yeah.
Yeah. First nude scene for one Lisa Loring in this movie.
Yes, trying to shed her child star image.
Wanted to shed that Wednesday image.
You get a ski pole through the back of the neck from the back seat of a car.
Then
Then you get an icicle in the eye. Yeah, you see the aftermath of both of these. Which the aftermath is kind of fun, but yeah.
Also, he, for having a prosthetic leg, is like jumping around off the roof of this cabin pretty damn easily.
Yeah, he's an agile motherfucker. I'm like, I think you could probably still be a world-class skier if you're doing all of this.
Yeah, he's jumping. Yeah, he's literally jumping off the top of the roof.
Yeah. There's also every time they're in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our main character, Trina. She's just like she's lifting weights or doing push-ups against the counter.
Yep. She's just always working out in the kitchen. It's fantastic. It's amazing.
Never addressed, just happens.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the ending.
You gotta get a quick pump in somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta get a pump in however you can.
Yeah.
The ending is pretty funny too, because it ends with the big reveal of it's Alex and this is why, and he goes and attacks Trina. She gets saved by her husband at this point. And he shoots Jeff out the window. He shot him 6 times and he shoots him out the window, and Jeff does like a Michael Myers fall out the window, but he falls into like a really soft patch of snow. So I think we're to assume that the gunshots, the bullets killed him. Yeah. Not the fall into the snow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
it doesn't.
Maybe they didn't because it cuts to 5 years later.
9 years after the beginning of this movie.
Yes. This movie spans almost an entire decade. It's an epic.
We're already in 1998.
And yeah, our final girl and her husband have made a recovery, and they have beautiful children who are building a gigantic snowman. Um, and she starts helping him build this snowman. She puts a little piece of coal up for the eye, and all of a sudden the snowman starts bleeding out of the eye for some reason.
He's still been bleeding 5 years
Yeah.
later.
She steps back, and the final shot of the movie is the killer bursting out of the snowman with a ski pole. Freeze frame.
Credits.
Oh my god.
So, okay, I have questions about this ending. I have a couple questions actually. Because of the footage, it looks awful. You can't tell who it's supposed to be. I assume this is supposed to be Alex, correct?
I mean, you assume, but you don't know, yeah.
I don't know. It could be Jeff, right? It could be Jeff.
Could be Jeff.
It could be guy that was on the phone earlier. Could be just a character we have not seen yet. Okay.
Honestly, it could be anybody. It could be the coked up guy at this point, because who fucking knows what this.
Yeah, we never saw his body. Maybe he's out for revenge.
Well, we did. We saw him frozen with the bear traps on his legs.
Oh, that's right. He could have.
He was
survived, I suppose. I don't know. Also, whoever this is, I don't care who it is. They're obviously a human male jumping out of this snowman. Correct? We can agree on that part at least.
Yes.
Did this human man put himself into the snowman? Did he have someone else make the snowman around him? Did the family build this snowman and he found his way into it somehow? Like what's the actual science behind this? What actually happened here?
You're asking for logic in a movie.
I'm just asking questions. There's no right or wrong answer here.
Yeah, because there's no answer.
There's no answer. Exactly. I like to think that he built the snowman around himself. I think that's funnier.
Yeah. Oh, I 100%. That's my headcanon, is he's just like, and then he's like calling over somebody to be like, hey, just like cover the rest of my head.
Yeah. And then maybe the family shows up and they see like, oh, look, there's a snowman, but it doesn't have like button eyes or a carrot nose. We should go finish it off.
Yeah.
And that's when
the snowman's gonna finish you.
Yeah. And that's when he makes his jump. I'd like to know how long he was out there too. That's another question I had. Just hanging out, waiting for the family. We don't know if it's the same. We don't know if it's the same. We don't know if it's the same mountain that they were all at earlier either. Like, we don't know if any of these mountains are the same.
No.
Right? It could be any of them.
It doesn't. It just doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. Apparently. In Iced. Nothing matters in Iced besides us having a good time with this movie. It's a blast. It's nonsensical. You can ask all the questions you want. The movie will never answer them. Iced, Sam, how many frozen icicles are you giving this movie?
I give this one a solid 4 out of 5. It is hot garbage, but it is the exact type of hot garbage that I love so much. It's a singular experience. Like, you can't watch this movie and not have a smile on your face. It's the the quintessential so bad it's good. Like, it really is. And when you say it's the Room of slasher movies, it truly is. I love this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I've almost put it on again, even after our state theater screening, because it's kind of turning into like a little bit of a chopping mall for me. I love it. It's tremendous. Casey, what about you?
Yeah, same here. I give this 4 icicles out of 5. This is a blast and a half. It's the perfect movie to have a few beverages with, watch with a bunch of friends, and just laugh at literally the entire movie, the entire runtime. It's so much fun. You're gonna find different things in this movie that you might not have noticed too. I think it's one of those kind of movies that warrants rewatches to find things, other things to laugh at in the movie.
And if you can see it with a crowd, if you have super cool people who will program this at your local theater, you should. Because I'll be honest, like, I found new things to laugh at in this movie watching it with a crowd. Things that, like, hadn't struck me as, like, oh god, yeah, that's funny before. Until, like, shout out to Andy Heller. He was one of my favorite people to watch this movie with, because he was sitting just off to the side of us. And, there were a few times he started laughing before I even did, and it made me laugh harder.
There was a few times, especially when our main final girl was lifting weights in the kitchen. I was like, "What is everybody laughing at?" And then you see it, and it's like,
You
"Oh
see
god!"
it in the background,
Okay.
yeah. It's one of those movies that's a gift that keeps on giving, and it just, I don't know. I really love this. I was super nervous actually going into this movie, playing it at the state, because I'll be honest, like when Joe Bob played it, people ripped this movie on Twitter. Like people did not like it. And I was like, what are you guys watching? I was giggling throughout, like I can't watch this movie and not laugh and have a good
Yeah.
time.
This
I
seems
don't
like the perfect movie to watch with Joe Bob and know that he gives this movie. He probably gave it what, one star?
No, he gave it 2.5. He gave it
That's
two
much
and a
higher than
half
I thought Joe Bob
stars.
would give this.
It was, yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. It's one of my favorites. I really love this movie. I'm glad that we programmed it at the state. I'm glad people actually showed up to it. Like this is, yeah, yeah. And shout out to Maria because she's really the one that put the bug in my ear about like you should play this at the state. And I was like, I should play this at the state.
We found a way. We found a
We
way.
found a way. Yeah.
If there's a Jeff, there's a way.
If there's a Jeff, there's a way. Yeah. Jeff was here.
Jeff
Written in blood on the side of a hot
here.
tub.
Iced was here. We're gonna move on though because
Yep.
Iced was here. We're ready to get Frozen on this podcast. Sam, you ready to jump into Frozen from 2010?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
A movie we both have a little bit more history with, besides
Mhm.
Sam watching it 3 times in the last 9 months, is Frozen from 2010 from writer-director Adam Green, friend of the show, Adam Green.
Yeah.
Cast includes Shawn Ashmore as Joe Lynch, not that Joe Lynch, character Joe Lynch. Emma Bell as Parker, and Kevin Zegers? Is that how you pronounce his last name?
I think
As
so.
Dan. Sam, what is Frozen?
3 college kids decide to go on the ski slopes, and they decide to do this without any money. So they go a super shady route of bribing the ski lift guy. And that fucks them over because they get stuck on a ski lift and surrounded by wolves in the middle of a snowstorm. Will they survive? Not with all their limbs. Or skin, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Hope they don't let it go.
Hope they don't let it go. Hope they don't build a snowman. No,
Like Jeff.
Frozen. Like
Frozen.
Jeff.
Yeah, so this is a movie, both of us, we've had more of a history with this, a longer
Yeah.
bit of history with Frozen from 2010. We're both huge Adam Green fans. We love Adam
Mhm.
Green. I think that dude is still just super underrated for what he brought to the horror genre. If you think about what he was doing in what, 07 was the first Hatchet?
Yeah, like
06,
06,
07. This was during the big remake craze of all the slasher movies with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. While those were all going on, he was making original horror films like Hatchet. And really making a name for himself with the first Hatchet and then the second Hatchet, which came out the same year as Frozen. Also during this time, he was working on Holliston with Joe Lynch and Dee Snider.
And working with like legacy horror icons. Like before that was a thing. Before
it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was bringing Tony Todd and Kane Hodder and all of these people into the spotlight to like
Yeah. Before every indie horror movie was putting like Felissa Rose in movies, Adam Green was putting Felissa Rose in one of the Hatchet movies. You know?
Exactly.
He was bringing Danielle Harris back into being a final girl. Like you said, Kane Hodder was in all of these, like every Adam Green movie. And he was doing all this stuff on his own. Like he didn't need permission from anyone to do these movies. And and he was just making all this stuff on his own, doing Holliston on his own, literally shooting a horror sitcom.
Yeah.
Like on a soundstage like that they built.
Yep.
So just doing all this stuff before it was really big. He did Terrifier before Terrifier.
Yeah.
Hatchet is Terrifier before Terrifier.
And here's the thing, Hatchet is better than Terrifier, and I will say that. Like,
I am a huge Terrifier fan. Hatchet is much better than Terrifier.
Mm-hmm. And like, that is not to take away from David Howard Thornton or Lauren Lavera, but it is to take away from someone else in that franchise because...
Well, I mean, we don't need a...
Yeah, we don't need to go into it. But yeah, Adam Green is...
No, we can go into it because Adam Green is just a great writer and director.
Yeah,
you put him up against like anyone, I'm gonna throw out a comparison with. Like he's a great writer and director and does not get enough credit for it.
Yeah. And like, yes, his movies have abrasive characters sometimes. Like they're not always the most likable. I wouldn't consider the characters in Frozen completely likable, but they do feel like real people. Like
exactly.
They
are all I would say in all of his work, they are all real people. Have flaws, obviously, but I think for the most part they're, if not likable, they're at least real.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this is his best work. I think this is his best work. And again, it's still shocking to me that looking at Frozen in 2010 and then looking at all 4 Hatchet movies, which I would say the 4 Hatchet movies, I know he only directed 1, 2, and Victor Crowley, I think.
Did he not direct?
I don't think he directed the 3rd one. It's either the 2nd or the 3rd. I think it's the 3rd one he did not direct. He wrote all of them though. But each of the Hatchet movies, their budget is split in half from the previous one. So the first one has the highest budget, split in half to the second one, split in half to the third, and split in half to the fourth. Same with Frozen. Self-financed, basically one producer on this that helped him make this movie. How is nobody giving Adam Green money is my question.
Yeah, it's insane. And I mean, like, I don't know if we have fans of this show that also listen to the Movie Crypt, his podcast with Joe Lynch, but like, he's very upfront about what filmmaking is like. I mean, you can hear it in our interview with him.
He said, don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, he said, don't do it if you don't really want it. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's like, if there's anything else you want to do, if there's anything else you think, oh, I could fall back on this, don't fucking go into it. Like, because it's not worth it. And
you see that in his work.
You do, because like he struggles and scraps together for every movie that he makes. And I don't think he's exactly rolling in it. I think he's made a living for himself, but he's not Chris Nolan, you know? He's not able to take 4 years in between every movie just because he can. Yeah. You know, like
Universal's not giving Adam Green a blank check to make his next movie.
Yeah. Exactly. But what he
no studio is giving him a check, period. And that's my problem.
Exactly. Yeah. But what he does with these small budgets and these like ideas that he has is amazing. And one of the things that he did mention in his interview with us was his next movie is a hot air balloon version. Like, he compared it to Frozen, which makes me so fucking pumped because, like you said, this is his best movie. This is, like, a genuinely tense, terrifying thrill ride of a movie. I cannot wait to see what he does with this new one. I don't know. I'm pumped.
Yeah. Well, let's get into Frozen, because I love this movie. This is one that I watched many times in high school. For some reason, this was like one of the like 2 or 3 horror DVDs that we had before I like really got into horror, like sophomore year of high school or whatever. So like early high school, middle school, like this is the one DVD for some reason my dad had of a horror movie was Frozen.
Yeah.
And Disturbia.
Yeah. Disturbia. We gotta cover that on the show soon.
It's gonna happen in 2026. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, so and this was on like, I feel like this was on like FX like all the time too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Which
was
is
on
one of those
TV.
staple
That's
cable
how I
movies.
watched it first. That's how I watched it first because it was just one of those like I had heard of it and I'd seen scenes on like YouTube, because like you
Yeah.
hear about the hand and the wolves and the leg break, which is still like I mean, I was trying really hard to stay quiet during that scene in the theater, but it was tough. When you know that that leg break is coming, the build up to it is so deeply uncomfortable. It's just like, "Oh god, I know what I'm about to see and I don't want to see it."
And that's the thing upon rewatches of this movie is certain things are going to come up and you still had that same visceral reaction you did the
Yeah.
first time you watched it. Of like,
Mhm.
"Oh, here's where they get stuck. This is where he breaks his legs. This is where the wolves come in.
Yeah.
This is where he starts to climb and rips his hands apart. This is where her hand's stuck to that pole. This is, you know,
This is
everything is
where
building up to
frostbite
certain."
like her half her cheek falls off. And it's just
Yeah.
such a little moment, but you're just like, "Oh my god, why?" Like there's so much in this and it's not played in the same way that Hatchet is. Like Hatchet is gory in a really fun, jokey way, where like a guy gets his
He's
freaking
using, like, Victor
like
Crowley's using a belt sander on someone.
yeah, like one person literally gets like his entire insides just pulled out of him. Like it's stupid
Felissa
stuff.
Rose gets her arm ripped off with her cell phone up her crotch.
Yeah, yeah. This is not that. Like this is very much like visceral, real life gore and there's a mangled corpse at the end of this movie that is one of the most disgusting things I've seen, but it's like no, that's probably what it would look like. You know what I mean? Like it's a genuinely harrowing movie at times. Like it's we talk about like movies that kind of traumatized us as we were starting our horror journey and this was one of those.
Yeah.
Like oh, it's brutal.
It is a brutal movie. And I mean, one of the reasons that they could do that was how practical this movie is. It's
Mhm.
insane that this movie even got made. It's really insane that this is the final product of this movie getting made. Because original concept is Adam Green spent time on a ski resort as a kid, like going up there on weekends. And the idea came to him, I think he was like watching like an infomercial about a ski resort or saw something about a ski resort on TV and he's like, what if someone got stuck up there? Like it's such an easy concept to think, like just kind of a basic concept of what if
Yeah.
you got stuck up there? Well, like what happens? This
And
is
it's
what
like
happens. And it's just that
and
really
it's such a
simple setup.
simple concept. Like
Super simple setup.
how did no one think of this before him? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy when you think about it
But
because
also
everything yeah.
we're in 2010. Technology had caught up that they could have either built sets or had a green screen for this. What do they do instead? They
They
just
go.
put the actors on a goddamn ski lift and we shoot it up there.
Yep.
How do you get a more genuine reaction from your actors to really be put through it than doing that?
Yeah. I mean, he actually broke Dan's legs. That's fucking nuts.
He actually got eaten by wolves. He never appeared in another movie ever again. That's why you don't see Shawn Ashmore a lot anymore.
Yeah.
The wolves got him. No, like he went through it with his actors. So I was looking up a bunch of like behind the scenes stuff. Adam is very gracious
Open.
with like sharing how the cake is baked. Like he's
Yeah.
very open about that.
I have this
He,
on Blu-ray and I need to get into the special features of this one cuz he's really good about special features on his
yeah.
releases.
Well, one thing they were doing was when they were scouting how to make this, they needed to find the right, this right ski resort, the right ski lift. Where are we going to shoot this? Where is it going to look like it's actually dangerous if this guy falls specifically?
Mhm.
And so Adam rode like a bunch of ski lifts and they got on one that they ended up using and they got to the point where they actually shoot the movie and it stopped. And he said to his producer that he was with, he says to them, this is how they die, or this is where they die.
Oh.
Like not where we're going to shoot it. This is where they die. Just knew at that moment. Also, on top of that, apparently the legend of that ski resort was someone killed themselves on that spot.
Oh my God. Well, that's terrifying.
Yeah, so for Adam, I think he knew like that was it. So they actually shot it in Utah on that ski lift. How they shot it though is kind of crazy too. They got like one of those like lifts, like the
Mm-hmm.
square lifts, like electrical
Like a
lifts,
bucket lift.
bucket lifts.
Yeah.
And basically no one wanted to go up there because they're still 50 feet in the air filming
Yeah.
this.
I
So
wouldn't do it.
it's Adam and his cinematographer up on the bucket lift shooting the 3 actors. And that's it.
Insane.
They mounted a boom mic on the lift and then put like mics, like lav mics in the hats of the actors. But yeah, it was basically 2 people shooting this with most of the crew on the ground.
Yeah, see that to me is just ingenious. I'd like, and it's part of why like I don't think I could do it. Like I am very terrified of heights. Part of my job is I have to go up like I don't know 15 feet onto a marquee and change out movies every week, and that freaks me the fuck out. Like I couldn't do it. I couldn't make this movie, and I applaud everyone, at least the 5 people that were up 50 feet in the air. I applaud them for committing to this movie because it's genuinely terrifying. And you can tell that they're really up there. You can tell it's not a set. There's no green screen. Like it's it's fucking scary, man. Like this movie is terrifying.
They're also real wolves.
No.
There's no CGI in this movie.
Jesus Christ.
Those are real wolves that they're using. Trained wolves, obviously.
Well,
But
yeah.
they're real wolves. And it's funny. I've heard this story before. But basically, Adam was talking about reviews for this movie because it didn't get great reviews for some reason.
Which is insane.
But people were like, yeah, the wolves, they just look so horrible. Like the CGI in the wolves looked all awful. And his response was, they were real wolves.
Uh, yeah, that just goes to show you though. Like there are a lot of people, especially when they're looking at indie horror that just don't give it the time of day. And it's like that's one thing if you're just a casual moviegoer, but when you're a professional reviewer, like if you don't like indie horror, don't review indie horror. Like stop reviewing indie horror because you're not giving it a chance out the gate and it sucks. Like this is one of the best survival thrillers from this millennium. Like it's so good. It's so good. And I don't understand people who just write this one off.
No, I don't. I really don't either. Not only just like the practical side of things and how they actually shot this movie, real locations, real wolves, real freezing temperatures, but also like the actors and the writing are incredible in this movie. Like I think this has
Mhm.
just a super tight script that's
Oh
engaging the
yeah.
entire time and with great characters.
Oh yeah, like 100%. I mean, each one of these characters is very unique. Like they each have their own distinct personalities. They like you get to know who these characters are and who they are in relationship to each other just like that. And like the conflicts that arise when they're up on the ski slope feel born out of the natural element of those characters. It's not contrived. It's not like it's just I mean, uh what's the main girl's name? What's the main
Parker.
girl's name? Parker. She has a monologue about halfway through where she is realizing like if she dies, her dog is not going to know that she died. Her dog is just going to think she never came home. And he's just going to be waiting for her, starving to death. And it wrecks me every fucking time. Like I was tearing up. I mean, I do every time, but I was tearing up in the theater watching this. Like it's one of those monologues that like and it's because Adam Green is a pet owner. Like it's because he has a dog at home and he knows that. Like that is a monologue that goes into my head when I'm driving to Sioux Falls to do a late night. Like I better make it home, god damn it, because like I can't do that to my cats. You know what I mean? Like it's a real thing that I think about. And this movie did that to me.
Well, I think along with that, I think Lynch is a great character, like
Mhm.
wonderfully written character. It's definitely Adam Green. I feel like he's kind of writing himself into that character
Yep.
in many ways. Because like, and here's the thing about the relationship with Lynch and Dan is dating Parker,
Mhm.
and it's kind of put a little bit of a divide into the lifelong friends between Lynch and Dan.
Mhm.
Of the girlfriend's come along, Dan's spending more time with her than he is with his best friend. And it's like just kind of a part of life, and it's something like literally everybody goes through. Whenever you have a
Mhm.
friend that gets in a relationship, especially at a certain age, you kind of just drift further apart from your friends as you get closer to your significant other. It's just kind of a
Yeah.
part of life, and it's something that these characters are going through in this moment. But also, it's Lynch of like, I don't have that yet, and I
Mhm.
want that, and I don't know how to get to that point of being in a relationship, being with someone like Dan and Parker were together. Dan, on the other hand, I feel gets a little arrogant once he's now in the relationship. And we see that
Mhm.
arrogance play out, and it's his downfall
Yep.
of I got to be macho. He's kind of like the macho jock in this in many ways.
Yeah. Like he's
He's the instigator. He's the one that makes his girlfriend go bring that $100 bill and flirt with the ski lift guy.
mhm.
He's the instigator of that. Then he's like, I can jump. I can make this jump. And I'm going to save my best friend and I'm going to save my girlfriend.
And right before he jumps, he goes, "You know, I've actually never done that." Like he says he's done it before.
Yeah.
And right before he jumps, he's like, I was lying. I
His
haven't
yeah.
actually done this
Shows
before."
real humanity in that character still.
Yeah. And it's the minute he says that, you know it's not going to end well. The minute he says that, cuz I think
And he knows
like
that.
I mean, I now when I watch this, I know what's coming. When I first watched this movie, I mean, I guess I kind of saw it coming, but I knew there were wolves at some point, so I was like, oh, like he's gonna get attacked by wolves. But like the way he's posturing and the way he's like, oh, I can do this, you kind of believe him the first time you watch this movie. You're kind of like, yeah, maybe he will do it. Like he might hurt himself, but he'll be able to get help, right? And that is just not the case. I mean, he crumbles, he folds, like his legs, his shins come up through his thighs.
Yeah.
Like,
He makes the worst landing that he possibly could.
oh, he literally
Don't
just
go feet.
sticks his legs
Don't go feet
straight
first.
out. He
Yeah.
locks his knees.
Yeah. I understand it's a big fall. Like land on your back. It's probably
Yeah.
the best way.
Also, it was snowing. Just wait for the snow to pile up, and I feel like there will at least I don't know. I don't know.
Here's the thing: we can ask all these questions, but if you and I are on that ski lift, we're not getting out.
Oh no. I literally would just fall asleep and like hope that I just passed away slowly in my sleep. Just nice and easy. That's
Yeah,
that's that's what I
there's
do.
no other way. Yeah, we're
No,
not.
yeah, I just
I'm not climbing across those cables.
nope,
Crazy.
nope. I don't have the mental fortitude for it. Like that's how I watch survival movies. I'm just like I watch survival movies and the inciting incident happens and like 5 minutes later I'm like, this is where I'd die.
Sam's gonna watch
Send
Send
help.
Help and be like, yeah, I'm not getting off this island.
Yeah. uh I'd
And
be
it
like
is. It's
I'd
kind
be
of
the one trying to find the poison berries on the
yeah.
deserted island just to end it all.
And this movie goes through. They're up on that ski lift for 2 days through this whole movie of just like figuring out different ways. The same night that they get stuck is when Dan makes the leap,
Yep.
and pretty much immediately he's just stuck. He can't move. His legs are toast. And
Yep.
then wolves show up.
Yep.
And
And you
it's
And it does the
rough.
fake out where they get the wolves away, or they get the
They
one
get
wolf
a
away,
wolf away
a wolf
until more
away,
of them can come.
and then more of them show up, and that's it. That's it for Dan. Um, oh, Lynch doing the thing that where like crawling across the cable where his hands get all cut up, and you think for a minute like, oh, he's gonna be okay. Like he gets on a ski and he starts like hitting, or a snowboard, I
He
guess,
gets
and
on
he
the
starts
snowboard,
heading.
yeah, because
Yeah, and he
they
starts
make a
heading
joke
down the
earlier in
hill.
the movie because he still skis.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
uses the two, actual skis
yep,
because he calls snowboarding a fad.
yeah. and yeah, like the wolves chase him and you don't really know, like he could be getting help, he might not, like you don't know until Parker finally gets down. And oh my god, the thing that always gets me, it's not even a gore moment, but it's when like cuz she falls by like basically getting the ski lift to finally break loose of the wire, and the lift lands on her fucking leg. And it doesn't like, there's no bone the same way that like the other leg break happens, but like that leg's broken.
Yeah,
That
that's
leg
a
is that's
couple
fucked.
100-pound,
Yeah.
lift that falls on
And
her.
the just watching it come down on her leg, I don't know what they did for the effect for that one, but it literally just looks like they dropped a ski lift on her leg. And I mean,
Well, I mean, it's
I've never
probably a
had
fake
something, well, probably a fake
leg.
leg coming out. Yeah, yeah. But Jesus Christ, the thing is like we've all had things like fall on our foot or our leg that have been too heavy and hurt a little bit. And so we all have some kind of point of reference for how
It's this.
fucking bad that has to
It's the
hurt.
same thing with her hand.
Yeah.
Of like
Where
we've
we've all
all
been
touched
kind of
something really
stuck.
cold. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to
Oh
have it
God.
like she wakes up in the morning and has to peel it off. Oh.
And like the skin is still on the lift bar for like the rest of the movie. Every time it cuts back to that, like you see that red streak of like that red splotch of skin on the lift bar, and it is so nasty. Like it just reminds you of how bad it is. Like, oof.
I have a question regarding Lynch's death.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it was necessary?
Like what do you mean?
Like for the movie, for him to die, he dies the same way Dan does, really. Like the wolves get him.
I mean, I think the way that they do it, where like it's left up to like you don't know if he's getting help. You don't know if. I mean, you kind of get the idea. Here's the thing: I like the way it plays out actually, because you see the last thing you see is him skiing, like snowboarding off into the distance with some wolves chasing him, and you think he might make it. Like he's on a snowboard, he's going pretty fast, he's got ski poles to defend himself, but it's the amount of time that elapses after that where she's still up there and no one's coming that makes you realize like, ooh, I don't think Lynch made it. I like the way that's played out. I like the fact that like she finds his body as she is making her own way down the mountain. But I also like, I don't know, I wouldn't fault anybody for being like, "Oh, that's just kind of repetitive."
Yeah,
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think it's bad. But I think there's also a version where you do it where it's not repetitive. Maybe he like suffers hypothermia and just like passes out right there on the hill going down.
Yeah. I
You know?
think the thing is though is like this is an Adam Green movie and so there's going to be a gore gag. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like and that's
And it's
where
a good reveal. It's
the
a
Adam
really
Green
good
of it
reveal
comes in.
when
Yeah.
she's like army crawling down the hill and just
Yeah.
sees like nothing left of him, basically, just like
Yeah.
parts of him.
Oh, he is gone. Like he's worse. He's worse than Dan. He's
Yeah.
worse than Dan. Like it's no,
But
it's
she makes her way back to the road, flags down the car, And we get a great like echo of everything's going to be all right from the driver of the van, echoed with Dan saying that to her earlier.
Yep. It's oof. It's such a good movie. I really like. I truly love this movie.
Yeah, I do. I do too. We do find out more of Parker's fate in another Adam Green movie, though. There is a very, very brief cameo in Hatchet 2.
Is there really?
There is. It's there's a point where they go and visit Tony Todd in his because he's like a voodoo
Yeah.
person,
Like a
and
voodoo
like sets up like
practitioner.
yeah, and like sets up like the tours and stuff to see Victor Crowley. Anyway, in his shop there's a TV, and on the TV you see Parker giving a press conference, and it says like Survivor sues ski resort.
Oh, nice. Okay. I've never caught that. I've watched Hatchet 2 a few times, and I've never caught that. That's awesome.
Is quick.
Okay.
I had to look it up like in the trivia and stuff for this movie, and then look up the scene.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
So, connection. Apparently, Hatchet and Frozen are in the same universe.
Greeniverse.
The Greeniverse. I mean, speaking of the Greeniverse, there are plenty of cameos and other references to Adam Green's work. The mountain is Mount Holliston, which is the town that Adam Green grew up in. You see the logo of Mount Holliston is the same logo that Joel David Moore is wearing in the first Hatchet movie. The smiley face. Joel David Moore and Dee Snider both have voice cameos in the movie.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them's on the phone with Kane Hodder, who's the snowplow driver.
Oh, yeah.
And then another one of them is the voice on the radio that calls the lift operator.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, and you get the Kane Hodder cameo as the snowplow driver.
And you get Adam and Joe on the lift.
Biggest laugh of the movie for me. I love that. Yeah.
So 2 Joe Lynches in one movie.
2 Joe Lynches. That's too many Joe Lynches. No, I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love this movie. This movie's tremendous. Sam, how many broken legs are you giving Frozen?
Oof. I'm giving Frozen, I don't know. I gave it 4 out of 5 after the state screening. I'm going to bump it up to 4.5 out of 5 broken legs. This is one of those movies that I love it. I don't know if I'd call it a comfort movie, but I do, like, I don't know. It's probably the Adam Green movie that I come back to the most. The thing that I come back to the most is Holliston, but that's not a movie. So this is my favorite Adam Green movie by quite a No, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that because I love the Hatchet movies too. Like Adam Green fucking rules, man. And Frozen rules, and it's 5. No, 5. Fuck it, 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
I love Frozen. If you don't love Frozen, fuck you.
I was literally just going to say the same thing you did. I gave this 4 stars when we, watched it at the State Theater on Letterboxd. Fuck it, 5 stars. Frozen.
Yeah.
I don't have any notes because this is a miracle that this movie got made, and to be this good and how good this movie is. It is ridiculous how good this movie is and how underrated it still is 16 years later.
Yep.
Insane. So please, if you have not watched Hatchet, highest of recommendations from both of us. If you've not watched any of Adam Green's work, including the Hatchet movies, we're both huge fans of Holliston. Like, go watch his stuff. It's we love Adam Green. Hopefully we can get him back on the pod to talk about the hot air balloon movie.
Yes, and maybe not have a slew of technical difficulties. Cool.
All right, well, that is our Iced Out double feature with Iced and Frozen. So much fun. This is again, if you're going to watch this double feature, Frozen and then Iced, that's the way to do it, and it's a blast, and they work. That's a perfect way to watch this, and a perfect way to have a good movie night is watching these 2 back to back.
Yep. It's one of my favorite things that we've hosted at the State. I had a really good time with this one. It was really cool. It was really cool. So thanks to the 80 some people that came out and watched these movies with us. Is seriously, like, I couldn't believe we sold that many tickets for this. So it, yeah, made me happy. Made my little horror heart happy.
Made your little horror heart happy. What else is gonna make your horror heart happy? Is maybe our big ad read for the show gonna make you happy?
Yeah. You know what always makes me happy, Casey? Fangoria. Yes, especially that cover. Fuck yeah. Fangoria, for over 40 years, has been the leading source in horror for all things spooky, horrific, and macabre. The famed magazine is back with a vengeance each quarter with brand new issues of Fangoria magazine featuring interviews, retrospectives, and insight into the world of horror. We have an exclusive offer for our listeners to save 20% off their subscription to the magazine, the latest Fango merch, and so much more. You can visit shop.fangoria.com/screamsfromthebasement and use promo code screamsfromthebasement at checkout, again, to save 20% off that order. Thanks to Fangoria for helping support the show. And also check out our Sam Raimi giveaway where you can get the subscriber exclusive cover for this issue, because Casey got duplicates, and yeah, I kind of thought about maybe even doing it myself, but I won't.
Yeah, so join our giveaway. We're giving away this copy that's in my hands right now and a trade paperback of Army of Darkness Forever, signed by our pal Tony Fleeks. So a double dose of Sam Raimi. I don't have the Army of Darkness right next to me, but incredible comic book series. But yeah.
Can we just gush about this cover for a minute, Casey? This is my favorite Fangoria cover ever.
Ever?
Ever.
God,
if
ever?
you had told high school me that Regina George was gonna be on the cover of Fangoria magazine swinging a bloody golf club to promote a new Sam Raimi movie, I'd have called you fucking crazy. This is my favorite Fangoria I've ever gotten, and I love it so much. So yeah, subscribe to Fangoria.
And enter our giveaway. All right.
Casey, it's that time where we talk about, we've talked about our two movies, but what else have you been doing lately? We've got some crossover here, but
yeah,
I'm curious.
Think we can kind of talk about our crossover here together. I'm going to throw out all three of them really quickly together here. I guess the first one I'll talk about, this is one you have not watched yet. We've been getting a bunch of luckily we've been getting a bunch of screeners sent our way from different horror production companies and different horror movies, so been trying to check some of these out. And the first one I'll talk about here is The Haunted Forest, which is coming out on VOD in February. This is a movie set and filmed at an actual real life haunt. So again, taking that Adam Green formula of, hey, we have this actual location, let's actually use it and film everything there. That's the best part of this movie. This movie is set, like I said, at a haunt where people are getting picked off one by one by this masked killer, and it's basically a whodunit of trying to figure out who's behind the killing at this haunt. Again, that's called The Haunted Forest. Review coming soon on screamsfromthebasement.com. Two movies that both of us caught for upcoming interviews. First is The Huntsman, starring Shawn Ashmore from Frozen fame.
Yeah, with our guest on the show, Garrett Dillahunt, who you might know from Fear the Walking Dead, the sitcom Raising Hope. If you watched Hysteria, the 80s Satanic Panic series from Peacock,
Deadwood.
He was in that. Deadwood, No Country for Old Men. This guy's been in everything. He's prolific. He was a fucking blast to talk to. I can't wait to drop this interview. I got to talk to fucking Bert Chance from Raising Hope on this podcast. What the fuck? So cool.
So cool.
So, yeah. The Huntsman. I really enjoyed this one. It's more a psychological thriller than like straight up horror, but there is some like horror elements to it, and it's
definitely
It's
like
worth.
a lot of mystery elements of trying to figure out what's happening. Basically, Garrett
Yeah.
Dillahunt plays this guy who's been accused of being a serial killer, ends up in a coma, and ends up being awoken from that coma to like be on bed rest at home, and has to have an at-home nurse, and that at-home nurse is Shawn Ashmore, who's kind of, he believes that this guy is the serial killer and is trying to like prove it and figure out what's actually going on with this guy.
Yeah. And it does not, I mean, like, there's some twists and turns. Like, I genuinely was kind of, I was a little like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen here. But,
Yeah.
you know, so The Huntsman, it'll be out very soon. So,
Yeah, that'll be I believe that's our second interview for the month of February, giving a little preview of what's coming up in February. That's because our first interview in February comes from this movie, Teacher's Pet, which hits VOD again in early February. Again, this is much like The Huntsman, kind of a psychological thriller. This is about this high school girl who's like the star of her class. She's the grade A student getting into, an Ivy League school, but comes kind of from a broken family. And her new teacher, who takes over the class, begins to have an affinity for her and really wants to make her, kind of mold her in his own twisted image.
yeah. Yeah.
And our guest for that one. This is a big one, long time coming. We've been trying to get her on the show for a very long time. We're going to be interviewing the one, the only Barbara Crampton, who plays the mother of the main character in this movie. It's a scream queen, legend of the industry. Barbara frickin' Crampton will be our first interview for the month of February for her new movie, Teacher's Pet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barbara. Crazy. And then I think this is the last crossover that you and I have. It is Last House on the Left. No, not the original Wes Craven version. This is the 2009 remake of Last House on the Left. This movie, had not watched it since high school.
Yep.
Had only brief memories of what happened in this. I think I had only watched it once in high school.
Yeah, I don't think I watched it like multiple times. It was definitely like a one-time watch.
Yeah.
And it traumatized me for sure.
Yeah, I remember Aqua Marina in it. I forgot her name for a second.
Sarah Paxton. Yeah.
Sarah Paxton. I remember her in it, and then I remember like the boating dock for some reason. It sticks out to me. But that's like all I like remember in the recesses of my mind about Last House.
I remembered the garbage disposal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remembered that.
Yeah, Last House on the Left remake. Man, we don't talk about this movie enough as a horror society. This might be the best horror remake from that era.
I'm kind of like, I can't think of another one I like better, if I'm being totally honest.
I don't think the Evil Dead one is a horror remake. Like, it's really its own.
It's its own kind of thing. It's almost like a pseudo sequel or like a sister film
requel,
kind of.
Yeah. And this one is straight up remake of that original movie. The reason we both watched it was Garrett Dillahunt plays the main bad guy of the movie, Krug. Mm-hmm. He is so good in this movie. He's ridiculous. He is terrifying. He's the leader of this like really fucked up group of people, including Aaron Paul.
And Riki Lindhome.
Like, she's incredible
rare
in this
dramatic
movie.
Performance. Like, what the fuck?
And also you have Bruce Willis's son from Unbreakable is the son in this movie too.
Yeah.
Big
oh my
cast.
God. I forgot that was him.
Sarah Paxton's the female lead. McLovin's girlfriend is her friend.
Yeah.
Like just a big cast in Last House on the Left. Like so the original one I don't love the original one. I do appreciate it for what it is of being super low budget. Really the first break
favorite.
Really the first break though for Craven and Sean Cunningham, those two working on that movie together. And it's really, I mean, it gets the reaction I think that they were going for, the visceral reaction that you get from watching that original Last House on the Left. But it's a very gross movie. It's just a very gross and kind of exploitative. And it is really just trying to get that reaction from audiences. Versus, I think this one just does everything right that
Yeah.
first movie didn't, if that makes sense, of just like how it plays all of this stuff out, because all of that stuff is built for tension.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
There's
rape
no
revenge movie. It's
cutaway to
played for
like
tension.
funny cops with like dopey needle drops. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing like that.
nothing like that. The parents get
It's
revenge in the end of the movie, and it's
mm-hmm.
insane. Yeah. I think my one qualm, spoilers for Last House on the Left, is that Sarah Paxton should have gotten the final kill.
Yeah. I like that I like that the remake keeps her alive because I think that gives her more of an arc and gives her kind of like a final girl kind of
Yeah, that fighter
bit.
mentality of like,
Yeah. But I also I agree. I wish that there was more from her in that third act.
yeah.
Um
You've watched the movie Revenge, right? From Coralie Farge?
oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We should do Revenge and Last House on the Left, because
Ooh, that would be good. That would be
Revenge
good.
is like the fulfillment of what we want in
Mhm.
Last House on the Left.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Also, I
There's
know you like the ending of Last House on the Left, the final shot. I hate it. It was awful. I
oh
I agree with Garrett on it. It's horrible, and it feels out of place with the rest of the movie.
you should read my review that I just posted on Patreon because I have a reason for why I like it, and it's not because it's oh it's that final shot.
Haha,
It,
head
it
explodes in microwave.
yeah
Yeah.
exactly. It's because I'm like oh there's like something thematic there that I actually like where like I mean, well, let's just get into it. The dad has a cooldown period, right? Like he returns back to the home. He could get justice through the proper channels at this point. There's no reason he couldn't just get the cops. And he still chooses to enact revenge in his own brutal way. The way he does it is stupid. I'll give
It
you
is
that.
really stupid.
But like But no, Garrett actually talked quite a bit about this movie in our conversation. So if you like this movie, um, that's another thing to look out for. Yeah, yeah. I noticed you didn't have this in your notes, but I did want to bring it up because I don't think we talked about it last time. We did also watch a movie called Vampire Zombies from Space.
You're right. That was another one.
Yeah. A screener that we got where we talked to the director, and that will be coming. I
That's
think
coming
maybe
in
March.
March.
Yeah,
We are.
March. Just because we're banking a ton of interviews. But this one was so much fun. It's a kind of a Trauma meets Mel Brooks send up of like Ed Wood 50s B movies essentially, and I mean if you watch this or if you listen or watch this show, you know that we love those kinds of movies. And this one was really good. It's got a pretty great cameo from Lloyd Kaufman. Um,
Yeah. Did he finish?
did he finish? Yeah, no, I really liked this movie. I thought it was a ton of fun, and yeah, I think we should. Yeah, I think we should totally check that out. Or you should totally check that out if
I
you're
already
listening
did.
to this.
We both
Yeah.
did. Listeners,
Yeah.
you should check that movie out.
Yeah, listeners. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's tired. I built a sauna today.
Sam built a sauna today. Last two movies on mine, I'll kind of go through these pretty quickly. One is called Attack of the Corn Zombies. Ah, yes,
Okay.
Attack of the Corn Zombies. This is from the same team that did the Sorority Babes movie that I talked about last episode. And it
Okay.
features two of our guests coming up to Screams by Night halfway to Halloween Con, April 25th, 2026 at the Social. This movie also features Kelsey and Steve Livengood in Attack of the Corn Zombies. A Midwest shot, zero budget film. Pretty fun for what it is. Really fun zombie effects. Unfortunately, it just has like a ton of dialogue scenes for some reason. Where it's just like people sitting in front of a fireplace or in their living room having a conversation, and I'm like, no, you guys have really good zombie effects. Let's do more of those. So if you want to watch a zero budget zombie movie where people eat toxic corn and turn into zombies, that's the only movie for you.
Okay.
And then my last one, watch the original Silent Hill from 2006. This was a rewatch for me. Plan to watch Silent Hill. I want to say it's like Resurrection. I don't think that's the right title. It's
Return to Silent Hill, I think is what it is.
No, there's another. There was one in 2010, 2011, maybe 2012, somewhere in there. Revelations.
Revelation, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then now the original director of Silent Hill is coming back with Return to Silent Hill, which is making zero money at the box office, and no way I'm getting to the theaters because I'm sure it's already out of theaters at the time of recording this, unfortunately. I like this movie a lot. I wish I loved it, though. I think there is a version where I love Silent Hill. It's just too long. I think it's at 2 hours, maybe just over 2 hours. This needs to be cut down to 90 minutes because it's just too long. There are just scenes where it's like, all right, we can move the plot along because there's not really a whole lot of plot to Silent Hill. It's literally a mom and her daughter end up in Silent Hill. The daughter disappears with like the weirdo whatever the hell is going on in Silent Hill, and the mom has to go get her. That's the plot. Yeah. That's what you're doing. What I find fascinating about this movie is that it feels like you're just watching the video game, but it does that really well.
Okay.
Of like, it doesn't ever at a point make me wish, oh, I just wish I was kind of playing the video game instead. More, it's like, oh, this is just adapting that video game into a movie. I don't think there's a whole lot of video game movies that do that particularly well.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of them that just adapts that story, that tension, that environment that's in the games and does it really well into a movie. Like, I think this movie has incredible special effects in it, incredible character design. I like this movie a lot. I wish I loved it. There's a version of it that I think I would. Again, if it was 30 minutes shorter, I think I would, but it's just too long. Have you ever watched Silent Hill?
I think I did like a long, long, long time ago, and I don't remember it making an impression.
I think it's worth a rewatch if people haven't watched it in a while. I think it's got some really good character effects and really good atmosphere.
I'll check it out. I'm just not a video game adaptation kind of person. There are very few. I like the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, cool. That's Silent Hill. So.
Okay.
What about you? What have you been doing besides some of the stuff that we've already talked about?
Well, I'm kind of slowly making my way through all of the Planet of the Apes movies because I've only ever seen the new ones. I haven't even seen the Tim Burton one. I mean, when I say the new ones,
That's
I mean
crazy.
the last like 4 that came out, like starting with Rise and moving through Kingdom. And I really like those. I thought the first Planet of the Apes was good. It was a little slow, but like I kind of expected that from a 60s sci-fi movie.
Good?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay.
I think it's good. Like, I don't know. My mind wasn't blown by it.
Fair.
And part of it is, you know where it's going.
You know everything going on. Yeah, get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape. You know the ending.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and so I was like, but I really enjoyed it. I'm like, this is a really well-made movie. I think I gave it like 4 out of 5. So, I mean, great movie. Just not like mind-blowing to me. Beneath the Planet of the Apes is fucking awful.
I think you talked about this one last time.
Did I?
Because this is the second one, Charlton Heston, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you talked about this one last time.
Okay, I talked about it. Then I don't know. It should have been a franchise killer.
No, this one's
I have
not
no
great.
fucking
This
clue.
one's not great.
Like, it's really bad.
I mentioned it. I know I mentioned it to you last time. Watch the other 3. Much better.
Okay. I didn't talk about the Witchboard remake though, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Chuck Russell returned to horror, and he made a remake of Witchboard with Madison Eisman from, like, Goosebumps 2, the I Know What You Did Last Summer series from Amazon, Annabelle Comes Home. Like, she's kind of just an awesome scream queen that I feel like is severely underrated. And Jamie Campbell Bower, aka Vecna from Stranger Things, is like kind of the villain in this movie. I watched the first Witchboard on Joe Bob, and I gave it 3 stars, but I remember almost nothing about it. It's really bland and forgettable. I think I gave it three
one
stars.
star.
Yeah, I think I gave it 3 stars because I had fun with Joe Bob, not
Yeah.
Witchboard, if that makes sense, right?
That shows you how much I did not like Witchboard. It couldn't even get a Joe Bob.
It didn't even get the Joe Bob bump. Yeah. No, so I actually liked this. I don't think it's revelatory, I don't think it's groundbreaking, but I thought it was entertaining. Chuck Russell just knows how to keep a movie moving. There's some like wonky CG, but like there are practical effects in this that I really liked, and there's a good atmosphere to it. There's some crazy shit that happens. There's like some time travel body switching stuff that happens in the back half of this movie, which is weird. Like it's I don't know. It's not a great movie, but it was an entertaining one, and I'm like I'd recommend it for like a rental. I don't think you need to go like buy it or anything, but yeah, it's worth a watch. Or if it lands on some streaming service at some point, like and you're bored on a Saturday or a Sunday, it's nowhere near his stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Blob, The Mask. Like it's not on that level, but it is a pretty darn good Chuck Russell movie. And it brought him out of directing retirement, so I'm like, fuck yeah. Brought him back into horror, and I enjoyed it for what it was. Charismatic cast, good stuff. And then I also, this is kind of sort of horror, not really, but I watched Begonia, the new Yorgos Lanthimos, where Jesse Plemons and his on the spectrum cousin kidnap Emma Stone, who is a high-profile CEO, because Jesse Plemons has fully gone cuckoo and thinks that she is an alien sent to destroy the Earth, and he is trying to get her to take him to the mothership. I won't say anything else on the premise besides that. It does take some twists, it does take some turns. It's mostly just a really tense chamber piece. It was hailed as a dark comedy, and it does go there. It does get there. Especially the last, 25 minutes or so. I was laughing quite a bit, even though it's pretty dark. I think that the first part of this movie is just straight up dark, though. Like, the comedy is very undercut by grim brutality. Which is something that I kind of feel like happens with Yorgos a lot. But this one felt a little more cruel than usual. And parts of it just made me kind of sad. That said, the score is one of the best that I've heard all year. And Plemons got fucking robbed of an Oscar nomination. I'm saying, and I look, it pisses me off when people are like, oh, so-and-so got robbed of an Oscar. When it's like a highly prestigious film that already got a bunch of awards anyways. But no, Plemons got fucking robbed. He is putting on one of the best performances he's ever given, including Like Mike, and
yeah, he's in Like Mike.
He's the bully in Like Mike.
That's
true. Look it up.
I haven't watched Like Mike in probably 20 years, so.
I used to be obsessed with that movie.
Same here.
I watched it a lot.
I just remember the Stuart Little kid in it.
Yep.
And Lil Romeo, right?
Yep. Lil Bow Wow, yeah.
Lil Bow Wow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong Lil. Lil Romeo was in he had a TV show, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But yeah. Anyway. Begonia, truly, truly spectacular. I say that not having, I came away and I was like, I don't know if I loved that, but I also haven't stopped thinking about it since I watched it. So it's one of those that, we're actually getting it at the Twins since it picked up some Oscar nominations, and I want to see it, fully immersed in a theater instead of at home, and maybe even see it with a crowd and see if that, helps me, it helps it click with me a little bit, because it's a fascinating movie, and it really hasn't left my mind since I watched it.
It's one of 2 Oscar movies I have a pretty big interest in, that and the Leo one. Now I can't think of it.
Oh, One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another.
I still have to. I have to check that one out too.
Yeah,
But
those are kind of the two big ones I would like to check out. Also, shout out. Can we give a shout out? Because is that it for your Do Be Doing?
yeah, that's it for my Do Be Doing.
Well, another thing that happened since the last time we recorded, though, Oscar nominations did come out, and horror, for once in a very, very blue moon, got some genuine nominations this year. 16 nominations for Sinners, the most all time. Frankenstein racked up a bunch of horror nominations.
Mm-hmm. The Ugly Stepsister even got some.
The Ugly Stepsister for best makeup and hairstyling.
Yeah.
And Aunt Gladys, Weapons.
Yeah.
Best supporting nomination, supporting actress.
Here's the thing: when you look back at this year, so many of the best movies were horror movies. So many of the movies that brought people out to theaters were original horror movies. And how does the Academy not reflect that this year? And they did. They actually did. I'm pumped. I'm absolutely pumped to have a huge horror turnout in awards season this year. It's cool. It's cool to see it actually get the recognition that it deserves.
Also, Lloyd Kaufman's daughter got an Oscar nomination, so there's another horror connection.
Hell yeah! What did she get a nomination for?
She directed a documentary.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's a short documentary or a feature one. I'm not sure.
Okay, interesting. That's cool. I love that. Radical.
Well, that's it. That's been our Frozen Iced Out double feature. All of our doobie doings for the past couple weeks. Hope you all enjoyed. Sam, if people want to follow us online, where can they find us on the interwebs?
Yeah, you can subscribe to the show on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube if you like that video component. Be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, leave us a positive review. You can also follow us on social media to keep up with everything. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok. We're on all of them. Leave us a like, leave us a comment. Talk to us. It's fun to talk with you about horror. Join our Discord while you're at it. We love our Discord chats, and we've been having a lot of fun on those. So those are all the places online you can find us. Casey, if they want to support the show, how can they do that?
The best way they can do so is by joining our Patreon. They can join us on patreon.com/screensfromthebasement. For as little as $1 a month, you can help support the show and get our monthly newsletter, and you get a fancy little artwork sent to you by our own Sam the Damned Lens for whenever you sign up. $5 a month, you get our monthly bonus episode, written reviews, and video vlogs from our collection. So again, patreon.com/Screens from the Basement. Best way to help support the show. Or if you want to pick up some really cool Screens from the Basement merch, you can check out our TeePublic store. Link in the episode description. Brand new designs up there now. We're having sales all the time on TeePublic. T-shirts as low as $16. Plus they have shorts, hats, caps, fanny packs, socks. You can kind of get it all on TeePublic. All that stuff with any of our designs up now on our TeePublic store. Also, check out screensfromthebasement.com. That's where you can find all of this and so much more. We will have more reviews coming out on screensfromthebasement.com for any written reviews for new and upcoming movies that you might be able to check out. That's where you can find it. And last, but certainly not least, check out the Screams by Night Halfway to Halloween Con coming up April 25th, 2026 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 1 day only with Scream Queens, Brink Stevens, Michelle Bauer, and indie horror filmmakers Kelsey Livingood and Steve Livingood will be there in person, as well as over 30 vendors as part of the event. It's going to be a great time. So again, check all that out on screensfromthebasement.com for the Screams by Night Halfway to Halloween Con.
All right, everybody. We've done it. That's the show. Just some things to remind you all of. Reminder. Support trans youth. Fuck ICE. Get them out of our cities. Horror has always been political, and thanks for tuning in. And sweet screams.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.